Okay guys, so when you walk in from the front door, this is the kitchen. It's kind of a galley style as you walk in, and then opens up to like a dining area. First thing I wanted to show you guys was this rug I got from Amazon. Very cottage core. I just thought it was so beautiful, and I can use it through the fall too, because all the flower colors are all the oranges and browns and greens, and I just thought it was just so beautiful, and I could get a lot of use out of it. So that's the new rug. On your left hand side would be my little coffee bar area with a lot of thrifted treasures over here. So I'm using the trivet right now just to hold my balsamic vinegar and my olive oil. And I have a crock with many utensils that I have thrifted. Mostly all of the wooden ones are thrifted. I have my coffee maker. I have a little candle, which I didn't turn on, so let's turn that on because it looks so pretty. Have that on. I have a percolator that I found at the thrift store, along with one of my grandmother's doilies and another little trivet. And I have made the percolator coffee, and I do like it a lot. It reminds me of being a kid again. Not that I drank coffee as a kid, but you know what I mean. When you were growing up, that was the coffee maker in your home. Then over here in the back, I thrifted this probably 3 or 4 months ago, and I left it in the car and I forgot all about it, but it's a little Currier and Ives photo. So I hung it up right back there just because I love it so much. And then we have my cow, and we have this little crock, and I have little cute little spoons that I also thrifted, and they're all different shapes and sizes. And I have my little tea from England that I just keep in there. I have my little cinnamon shaker, my frother, and then I have a little thrifted glass creamer with some sugar substitute in it and some regular sugar. And let me move my little cow out of the way. And then that's where I'm using the other trivet for right now. It's just kind of holding up our little sugar. We have all of our teas. And then I did bring back out my antique tray with the feet on it because I missed it so much. And then I thrifted a cake plate and just kind of put some items up a little higher than other items. And I just like the way it works all together. And it's just so pretty. Every morning when I make my coffee, or at night if we have tea, just coming over to this area brings me so much joy. I just absolutely love it so much. So much you can do with thrifted items. And that's that. And one of my thrifted pictures I put up right there. And it is a floral print. It's the hallway, and that was, I'm not going to show you the whole entryway yet because I'm still working on that. That'll be part of our living room home tour. Then on this side, the opposite side, I have another little print. So they're kind of cohesive. There's one on each side. And then over here in the corner, I have my lamp. I have my Young Living diffuser going. And then what I did was I thrifted one of these, I guess there's a Scotch bottle. I'm not really sure, some kind of a decanter. And I just keep water in it so that when I have to fill the diffuser again, I have a water bottle right there. I mean, this one is right by the sink, so it's not that big of a journey to go get water, but I just kind of like the look of having them together. And I have a little grandparent sign, because grandparents are very special. And if you still have yours, cherish them. I've lost all mine and I miss them every day. I have these little thrifted measuring cups, which I absolutely love, and I use them all the time. That's why I kind of keep them out right here so that they're always in reach. So I have a few tulips back there. I have my cookbook holder with my thrifted Downton Abbey cookbook. I haven't made anything from there just yet, but as soon as I do, I will let you know. Yes, we are ketoing, but this is actually some keto cake I made with keto frosting, and it's actually really good. If you guys are interested in a recipe, let me know. But it is really good. It's just made with almond flour and sweetener instead of flour and sugar. That's really all you have to do, just substitute. And I have that in my little cake stand, and my paper towel rolled. I have nowhere else to put it, so unfortunately it does have to stay back there. So this is that little area. Then moving on to the window. So I have changed out the curtain, and I got that from Amazon, and I love it. And it is more kind of a country farmhouse. So like I said in my last video, I am going to bring some country farmhouse back into our home, just because I do love it as well. And who says you can't mix two styles? If it makes you happy, then it's right. Then I put a little wreath. I have just a little candle, a little blue bow. And that is an LED candle. There will not be any fires. I have like this little carnation right here. Last week, my husband had his knee replaced, and they gave him a flower on his way out, which I thought was such a nice touch. So I just stuck it in the window. I have my little spritzer for my plants. And I was thinking about putting like some string lights up there, like kind of around the curtain. I don't know. I have done it before, and I always liked it in the kitchen at night. I think it looks really pretty, but I don't know if I want to do it in this house or not. Let me know what you think. And then on this side, I have my little, my hand soap, my dish soap, my scrubber, my sponge, and I put it all on this little tray. And I think I got that from Amazon. And then I have a little Thrifted bell. So if you want to call the troops for dinner, you can. I think it just looks pretty there, so I left it there. It's a little overview. Moving on down, I have a lamp, and I've thrifted this little crystal dish so that when I'm doing dishes, we don't have a dishwasher, believe it or not, we do not. So when I take my rings off or jewelry, I just keep that right there so it stays safe. And we were gonna put one in, but then we decided, you know what, there's just two of us, so why bother? So we wash dishes by hand. But I have a pretty view of a historic house right across the street. I don't know if you can see it or not. Could probably show you it better if I go outside one day, but it's really pretty. And moving on down. So in my cute little plate holder, I have these really pretty plates, and they're blue and they have pretty flowers. And then I got these napkins as well. And these came from TJ Maxx. And then I just put one of my grandmother's doilies and just like a little lemon squeezer tool in there, just to add a little bit something, I guess. And then yes, okay, so we do have two butter dishes. And this dish is Irish butter, and this dish is Land O'Lakes. My husband likes Land O'Lakes, I like Irish butter, and this is what we have to do to keep our marriage happy. Then we're gonna have two butter containers on the counter. And then we have this little recipe box. We keep my cat's needles in there. Our oldest cat, Gibson, is a diabetic, so we have to give him insulin twice a day, so we just keep them right in there. And a few videos ago, you saw that I thrifted this little shelf. So my husband hung it up for me, and I just put a few other little crystal sugar, a sugar bowl, a creamer, and a little butter dish. And I just put them right there and just left them there. And that's so nice to have a shelf right there, because then I can change it in and out as I want to. And further down, so I have my Thrifted bowl, which I love this type of pottery. So I just have our lemons and limes in there. Then this one contains some tea. This is sweetener. This is coffee. And this is collagen powder. So I keep them right there, so they're easily accessible. And then I just have a little pie dish. There's nothing in it right now, but I just thought it looked pretty on the counter. And then moving further down, we have a clear cabinet. So I have a few containers and some china from Germany, actually. I bought some of the things off of, I think I bought them all off of eBay. And I just thought they were so beautiful. And I loved the blue and white. And so we have them right in there. And I will change that out again at some point, but for right now, I really like it. Coming over to our bay window. Above, I kept the antique sign. And then I did put another curtain, the gray and white checkered one, in the middle. And I kept the white curtains pulled back with a blue ribbon on either side. And that's Wednesday. Wednesday, you want to say hi? You want to say hi? That's Wednesday. Oh, Serena's getting jealous, so you're gonna see her in a second. That's Serena. Then right here, I have a little blue lamp, well, a lamp with a blue shade that I have thrifted, and I have an chargeable battery in it so that I don't have a cord right there because I didn't want a cord right there. Oh, she's seeing a bird or something. She's chirping. Well, I guess they want to be in the video too. But anyway, that's our little window seat. I mean, nobody sits in it except the cats. And I have been considering getting a mat made for right there so that they can have like a little place to lay, but I haven't done anything with that yet. And then this in the middle right here is a whole other window. This came off of a Hutch and someone gave it to me. So I just added it right there, kind of layered it on the other window because the other window is just a wide open window. And I really liked the idea of having different kind of panes of glass. So I did add that in there. And those are my girls in all their glory. And this is a little overview. Okay, so the table has changed. So in the middle for a centerpiece, I've got those flowers from Hobby Lobby. And I just wanted them to be white and blue. So I put those together. And they're in a thrifted vase. And is it Longer Burger? What this plate is? If you know what it is, let me know. But it was $10 even at the thrift store, but it was just so beautiful. I had to have it. And over here, I just have some antique spoons with a blue ribbon. And I found this candle and I thought it was perfect for the 4th of July with the eagle and the flag, and it smells beautiful. So I put it up there for 4th of July. Then I have my thrifted little tea light holder with a little tea light in it. It's on a cutting board that I actually purchased. I did not thrift that. And it's on a doily. And then it's on this tablecloth, which is actually not a tablecloth. I actually found this fabric at Savers and it was the right length, so I just threw it over the table. But I really loved the colors and the pattern. So I said, why can't I use it for a tablecloth? So I did. And then the chandelier is now different. So I bought these new little chandelier covers from Amazon. No, I think I got them from Wayfair, I'm sorry. And then I just tied a blue satin ribbon around each one. And I got some crystals from Amazon. And I just kind of added it all together and kind of, you know, just zhushed it up a little bit. Because I love this light so much, but I thought it just needed something. And on a beautiful sunny day, these crystals magnify the light. So it just looks so cool in here. And we love it. And then over here, I did thrift a little blanket. So I did put on the back of the chair, and I'm looking for another one kind of similar to it for our other chair, but I haven't found one yet. So my other chair is just empty, but I am looking. So I will find one eventually. And then I have the same rug, which I think just kind of brings it all in together. And it just makes eating here just so awesome. I just love it so much. Especially with that and then the light above. So pretty. Little corner over here, I just had an extra vase and a dough bowl and I didn't know what to do with them, so I just kind of tucked them over here. Eventually I'm going to do something else in this little corner, but you know, it works for right now. So over here on our little mannequin, I found this beautiful little apron at TJ Maxx. So I just love the spring colors and summer colors and the butterflies and the blue. So that definitely came home with me, and I think it's a nice little addition. Then in our antique hutch, so up top, everything was thrifted except the plant, but it's in a thrifted terrain, but I did buy the plant from Home Depot. And everything else is thrifted. And my husband needs to have a clock in the kitchen, but I didn't want on the wall, so I found an antique one and it sits in there, so when we're eating, he has to know. Some people just have to know what time it is, and he is just one of those people. And I have all my little thrifted pottery pieces and just little trinkets, kind of like a little cabinet with a little curiosity to it, I guess you would say. And then there's that little scale that I thrifted. Gotta have Sherlock Holmes if you're talking about a cabinet of curiosity. And then I had a leftover little lavender wreath, so I just hung it right there. So not a lot of changes to this, but definitely a few changes. And I think it just came out perfect. Exactly what I had envisioned. And I am looking for more like kind of curiosity things. So it is definitely going to change again. But for today, I love it the way it is. And that's a little overview. And then up there, I still have the man praying over his supper. And that will always be there, because that's one of my favorite thrifted finds. Okay, so over here, and it's kind of getting bright out right now, but this little curtain is one that I thrifted. And then this is film actually that I bought from Amazon, and it just peels right on. And I absolutely love it, because that door was just a big, like, empty space, not empty space, but you could see in it through it. And I don't know, I think I've watched one too many scary movies in my day, but I don't like people to be able to see in. Or I don't know, I just always think I'm gonna walk by the door and there's gonna be somebody standing there and scare me. So I bought the film and I put it on. It was super easy. I had it on in like under a minute. It was just that easy. We're here in the corner, and I'll definitely keep it out for the fall season. But I found this. This is my aunt's house, my aunt and uncle's house, for those of you who don't know, that we purchased. And I found their old broom. And I remember this from when I was a kid. I always thought it looked like a witch's broom. So it was still here, so I just kind of put it in the corner. It might end up outside for the fall, but. And then right here, I have some thrifted brooms and things. And I just added in a little wreath. So that pretty much stayed the same. Above the doorway, I still have the shelf, and everything up there I think is pretty much the same. I think the only thing I did was add one of my grandmother's doilies in there. And that stayed the same. Then I put up my pie sign and my rug beater. And then this is a little bit different, this area. Excuse me, so this houses a lot of photos in it, but it was in the basement and I loved it, so I brought it upstairs. And then I just added some things to the top. So I have like some rolling pins, I have the crock I just thrifted, some pretty bowls. I thrifted this basket and we just kind of put our napkins in there for now. And then I bought another plant and I have it in this little thrifted planter, a little casserole dish, and a little flea market sign. Oh, and a little crock with some red flowers. And so that little area did change, and we just love it. Away from that, this is our pantry, which right now still has the curtain up because I'm trying to find an old antique pantry door. So I only found one, but it was like $500, so I'm still on the hunt, but I will find one eventually, so I just have to be patient. And then over here I had a little basket with another little doily and some flowers and another little floral art. And on the side of the fridge, I just added some little tea towels with magnets. Got a couple little pictures up there, kind of tucked away because I really don't like anything on the fridge. Above the fridge, I have my mixer, I have a little America the Beautiful tea towel, a little creamer, and a little ivy plant that is starting to really grow. So it obviously loves the top of the fridge. And I think that's different from the last time too. but it's just simple and I like it. Okay, the stove area is definitely different. So I ended up moving some of my cutting boards over here to the side. Our kettle is always here, and a little candle usually is always there. And then above the stove, I had this really pretty little wreath tucked away in a box. And I'm like, that should be front and center. So I moved some of my antique molds around and I just kept a few of them up there. And I put the wreath right there for now. I am looking for some kind of a antique shelf to put over here, but I haven't found one that really has caught my attention yet. I just have my little copper shaker, and that's it. And then it brings us right back here. Okay guys, well that's the end of the video and the tour of our summer kitchen. I hope you enjoyed this video and want to give it a thumbs up and a like. Make sure you hit the subscribe button because it really helps my channel grow and really gives me the enthusiasm to keep going. So I hope you all have a great day and I will see you again on Sunday. Bye guys, thanks for watching.